Where are you hiding your children's Christmas toys? Where are you hiding them? Well, I tell you, it's very interesting because I have three daughters. Of course, they're grown now. And my husband and I would get toys for the girls and other little things. And we would hide them right in plain sight, in a closet in plain sight. They never found those toys. They never looked. I don't know. Maybe they didn't think that we got the toys or something. Maybe they believed that Santa Claus bought them on uh, Christmas Eve night. But the thing about it, on Christmas morning, they wouldn't even get up early. Now, I tell you one thing. When I was a child, we were so anxious for Christmas to come. We couldn't wait. And my mother and father told us to go to bed because Santa Claus was coming. And we would go to bed early. We left milk for him and cookies for Santa. And we went to bed early. And we would get up maybe about 2 o'clock in the morning and go downstairs and look under the tree and see our toys. And we would start playing with them. We just had a good time. And Mama would put stockings, they were really my father's socks, up on the mantelpiece. And she would put oranges and apples and nuts in there and candy. And we would get some of that fruit and start eating it. I mean, we played with our toys all Christmas morning. But my kids never did. Do you know we had to go and wake them up and say it's Christmas morning? But I tell you, it's really interesting. Now, I had mentioned to you that I had a brother who was next to me, Kent, my brother Kent. We called him Kenny. And Kenny and I were about 18 months apart. So we were ace boon coons. And we lived with my grandfather for a while. My mother and father and the children, we lived with my grandfather on Quincy Place in Washington. And we used to play down in the cellar. It wasn't a basement as you know them now, because the basements now are fixed up and they have the pine, and you know how basements are fixed up and painted downstairs and all. But this just had a cement floor, and it had an old light in the ceiling, and there was a coal bin. There was a coal bin down there because in those days, the house was heated with a furnace that had coal, and Granddaddy used to go down there and dump coal into the furnace, and that would keep the house warm. Well, my brother and I were playing downstairs one night. It was around Christmas time, and we kind of went over by the coal bin. I don't know, something must have driven us over there. And Kenny said, "Margie, there's some toys over here." I said, "What? Toys?" He said, "Yeah, there's some toys over here." "Whose toys are these?" I said, "I don't know." We pulled those toys out and we started playing with those toys. Oh my goodness, we had so much fun. We had so much fun down there. And we just played and played and played. I think there were some dishes. There were some doll babies. I think there was a scooter and some skates, just things for children. And we didn't know to whom they belonged. And we just knew we were having a good time. So when we finished, we put them back in the boxes and put them back over there in the coal bin where they belonged. And we didn't say anything to anybody. We didn't let anybody know that we had been down there, that we had seen those toys or anything. Our lips were sealed. We didn't say a thing. So as time went on, Christmas came. And do you know that Santa brought those toys that we saw down in the coal bin. We didn't say a thing to our mother or father or grandfather. You know, some kids today may have said, we already played with those toys. We don't want them. Why did you put them down there in the coal bin? We didn't say anything. You see how different it was with children back then and children now? Because children now probably would have brought the toys on upstairs and let everybody know and started playing. But we knew that those toys were hidden, that nobody was supposed to know where they were and whose they were. So when the after Santa came, of course, and we saw the toys, Mom and Daddy gave each of us our toys. And we acted as if we had never seen those toys. And we played with them and had a good time. That was a secret that was between us for the rest of our lives. And it was a wonderful, wonderful one. That was something that we never forgot. And we talked about that often. I'm wondering how it was when you were little. Why don't you write it in the chat there to let me know. Did you ever find your toys before your parents actually put them under the tree for you? Because you know that they were down there putting bicycles together, and some parents stayed up all night long putting things together for children. And you know what? Some children don't appreciate anything that's done for them. Some children have the nerve to, I didn't want that. Why did I get that? I wanted this. I wanted that. You didn't get me what I want. I don't want nothing. Can you imagine? But in those days, we were just so happy to get whatever Mama and Daddy got for us. We never complained. Of course, it wasn't a lot of things, but they were meaningful to us. And we had sense enough to know that our parents struggled just to have those things and just to have them for us to make a good Christmas for us. I'll talk to you more soon.